Hello friends, welcome back to Relief Tutorials. So yesterday we have done few problems relating finding HCF. Now see, I have given you one assignment. So we are doing few problems, extra problems from that assignment. Now see, I am going to do example 7 of your assignment. Example 7 assignment. Clear. What is given? By using Euclid division algorithm, find the largest number which when divide 969. So find largest number. You have to find largest number which when divides 969 and 2059. 969 and 2059 gives remainder 9 and 11 respectively. So the largest number which divides both given number is called HCF. But when largest number divides these two numbers, it gives remainder 9 and 11. So we'll subtract this remainder, so it will be exactly divisible by that largest number. So it will be HCF. Are you understanding what I am telling? So for example, I am dividing 7 by 2. So 2 3s are 6. Remainder is 1. So this is the remainder. When this 7 is divided by 2, you get remainder 1. Now when you subtract this remainder from 7, so 7 minus 1, you will get 6. So this will be exactly divisible by 2. Clear or not? And it is the largest number, means it will be the HCF. Are you understanding? So first what we will do here in this case, first we will subtract the remainder. Okay. So now this 969 leaves remainder 9 and 2059 leaves remainder 11. So here what we will do first now? So here we will do, here see, 969 minus remainder 9 is equals to 960 and 2059 minus 11, we will subtract 11, so you will get 2048. So now these two number will be exactly divisible by that largest number. So that is the largest number which divide both the numbers, so it will be HCF. Are you understanding? See here 7. Leaves remainder 1. So if you subtract 1 from 7, you will get 6, which will be exactly divisible by 2. Clear? So now, so here I can say 2048 is greater than 960. So we will apply Euclid division lemma. Okay. So applying Euclid division lemma, we get what we get, see, 2048 is equals to, so here you have to divide 2048 divided by 960. In this way you have to divide. So we can say it will be 2 times. Clear? 0, 6 2s are 12, carry 1, 9 2s are 18 and 19. 190. 8 minus 0, 8, 4 minus 2, 2 and 10 minus 9, 1. So 128 will be the remainder. So we can say 960 into 2 plus 128. Clear? So here remainder is 128, which is not equal to 0. Clear or not? It is not equal to 0. So now apply. So therefore apply Euclid division lemma 2. Divisor and remainder, that is to 960 and 128. Okay, so now 960 is equals to, so you will divide 960 with 128. Clear? So it will go around 7 times. 8 7s are 56, carry 5, 7 2s are 14 and 5 19, carry 1, 1 7 is 7, 8 96. So 10 minus 6 4. 10 minus 6 4, so here 5. 15 minus 9, 15 minus 9 is 6. Clear? 64 is remainder. So what we will do, 128. So this dividend is equals to divisor into quotient, 128 into 7 plus 64. Clear? So again we can say remainder is 64, which is not equal to 0. Okay, so therefore apply Euclid division lemma to this divisor and remainder to 128 and 64. So now 128 is equals to, so we can say 64 into 2, 128 plus 0. So remainder is equals to 0 and divisor is equals to 64. So therefore required HCF is that. So required largest number is 64. Have you got it? Nothing you have to do. See the problem. Okay. Largest number, when divide these two numbers, use remainder 9 and 11. So you will subtract remainder 9 from this number. You will subtract remainder 11 from this number. The two number which you got, you will find HCF. So that is the largest number which divide these two number exactly. Clear? With this we have completed this. Now see, I will do example 9. Rest of the example, just please you go through it. I am doing all the typical extra examples, remaining examples, just if you will go through it, you will able to understand. Now 9, find the HCF. You have to find HCF. Find HCF of 180, 252 and 324 by Euclid division lemma. It was asked in year 2010, 12 and 16. This many year it was asked. CBS. Okay, now here there are three numbers. Till now we have learned how to find HCF of two numbers. But here there are three numbers. So what we will do? First we will select two largest numbers. So which are the two largest numbers? These two. Okay. So we can say here 324 is greater than 252. So applying Euclid division lemma, we get 324 is equals to, it will go one time only. So 252 into 1 plus we have to find remainder. What will be the remainder? We have to say, I think it will be 72. Clear? To divide 324 by 252 one time and remainder is 72. So here remainder is 72, which is not equal to 0. Therefore apply Euclid division lemma to divisor 252 and remainder 72. So now again 252 is equals to 72. How many times it will go? You have to find that. So 252 divided by 72. Okay. So 252 divided by 72, you will get, see, for example, 3 times. 3 2s are 6, 7 3s are 21, 2 1 6, 12 minus 6 6, 4 minus 1 3, 36 will be the remainder. Clear? So we can say 72 into 3 plus 36. So here remainder is 36, which is not equal to 0. Therefore apply Euclid division lemma to divisor 72 and remainder 36. Okay, so therefore 72 is equal to 36, 2s are 72 plus 0. So remainder is equals to 0 and divisor is equals to 36. Clear? So HCF of these two numbers 324 and 252 is 36. So therefore HCF of 324 and 252 is 36. So we got 252 and 324. Its HCF is 36. Now this HCF 36 and remaining 180 again you will find. Clear? So now second phase. Now 180 is greater than 36. Okay. So applying Euclid division lemma, we get 180 is equals to, now we will divide 180 divided by 36. Clear? So 36 5s are 6 5s are 30, 0, carry 3, 5 3s are 15 and 3 18, 180, 0. That's it. So you will get 36 into 5 plus 0. So here remainder is equals to 0 and divisor is equals to 36. So therefore you can say HCF of 180 and 36. HCF of 180 and 36 is 36. Clear? And 36 is 36. So therefore at last we can say HCF of 180, 252, 324 is equals to 36. So in this way, first you have to find HCF of, first you will find HCF of two biggest number. Whatever the answer you will get 36, you will find HCF of that number with remaining number 180, and the final answer is the HCF of all these three numbers. So in this way you can find HCF of three numbers. Clear? So even though if you want to do one extra problem, we will do one more extra problem so that the concept of HCF will be totally clear for you. So we are doing example 10. This was asked in year 2011 and 12. What is that? See, there are 156, 208 and 260 students in a group A, B, C respectively. Buses are to be hired to take them for a field trip. Find the minimum number of buses to be hired if the same number of students should be accommodated in each bus. So your numbers are 156, 208 and 260. See, these are the application type of problem. You have to hire the bus and same number of students has to be accommodated. Means all these three numbers has to be divided by one exact number, so that many number of students will be in one bus. Clear? So now we will do, see here. So first here what you will do, I told you as usual, see this is the application type of problem. If you read the problem, you will come to know that. Okay, there are this many number of students in group A, B, C respectively. Buses are to be hired to take them for a field trip. Find the minimum number of buses to be hired if same number of students should be accommodated in each bus. Clear? Okay. So first we will find the largest number which divide all these three numbers. Clear? That is HCF. So you should know when I have to find HCF and when I have to find LCM. Why? Because yet we have not discussed about LCM. So now first here which two number you will select? You will select these two number. Clear? So now here I can say 260 is greater than 208 and this is greater than 156. So I will select 2. Now applying Euclid division lemma, 260 and 208. So what you will get? 260 is equals to 208. So you have to divide this 260 by 208. So naturally one time into 1 plus remainder is 260 minus 8. So it will be 52. 52 is the remainder. So here remainder, every time it is not necessary to divide. Here remainder is 52, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, you apply Euclid division lemma 2 divisor 208 and 52. So now 208 is equals to 52. How many times it goes? 4 times. 52 4s are 208 plus remainder will be 0. So remainder is 0 and divisor is 52. Divisor is 52. So therefore you can say HCF of 260 and 208 is 52. Now again you will apply Euclid division lemma to 156 and 252. So applying Euclid division lemma to 156 and 52. So 156 is equals to 52 3s are. So 52 3s are is 156 plus remainder is 0. Clear? So here remainder is remainder is 0 and divisor is 52. So therefore you can say HCF of 156 and 52. You have applied here to this node. 156 and 52 is equals to 52. Clear? So ultimately thus we can say HCF of 156, 208 and 260 is 52. So HCF of all these three numbers is 52. Hence the number of buses required. Now number of buses required. So each number, HCF is 52 means each number will be divided by 52. Clear? So in one bus there will be 52 members. So how we can say 156 divided by 52, this many plus 208 upon 52 plus 260 upon 52. So 52, how many times it goes here? 3 times, plus here it goes 4 times, plus here it goes 5 times. Clear? So number of buses is equals to 3 plus 4 plus 5. So 12 buses are required, and in each bus there will be 52 students. Have you got it? So with this we have completed our topic of finding HCF. So HCF is over. Now we will learn few important problems. Proof problems. These are the most difficult part of your chapter. So if you know that in the very beginning of the chapter we have learned real number. So for any two positive integer a and b, I told you there exist for two positive integer a and b, that is dividend and divisor, there exists a unique quotient and remainder such that a is equals to bq plus r. Clear? A is equals to bq plus r. So now if I say Euclid division lemma is a is equals to bq plus r, and you know that remainder r is greater than or equal to 0, but it will be less than divisor. Divisor is here b. Clear or not? When a is divided by b, you will get here q. Okay, some number you will get here, and remainder will be r. So b is a divisor, and this remainder will be smaller than divisor. I have explained you. Now if I say here a is equals to 2q, means here 2q means nothing, 2q plus 0. So here b is equals to 2. So b is equals to 2. b is equals to 2. So this remainder r will be greater than or equal to 0 but less than 2. So I can say r is greater than or equal to 0 and less than b. And b is equals to how much? Here say this is b. 2q plus r, remainder is 0, b is equals to 2. So r will be greater than or equal to 0 and less than 2. So what does it means? It means that r is greater than or equal to 0, less than 2 implies that r is equals to 0 or r is equals to 1 or no, it is not equal to 2. Here you will never get 2. R is less than 2 means 0 or 1. So r is 0 or 1. So what you will get? A is equals to 2q plus 0 and 2q plus 1. Clear? So this thing you have to use in order to prove few facts. See, now we will prove few facts. So you know what is Euclid division lemma? I have explained you Euclid division lemma. Okay. Now, see, we are going to do your exercise 1.1. Exercise 1.1, we are going to do example 2. See. So, prove problems. These are the prove problems. This is Euclid division lemma. Now, proof problem. So, you are doing textbook example 2. Textbook example 2. What is that? See, I will say, I will write the question. Show that every positive integer is of the form 2q and that every positive, see, show that, I'm writing the question please, very important question, please try to understand. Show that every positive even integer is of the form 2q, okay, and and every positive odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1, where q is some integer. Clear? Textbook example 2. See, first of all, try to understand this. What does it mean? What does it say? Clear? What does it say here? See, says, you know that, see, this refer campaign, you know that even number, any 2q, so if any number, q is any integer, if you multiply by any integer by 2, you will get even number. See, for example, q is equals to 3, you multiply by 2, 2 into 3, 6. So, even q is odd number, but 2q will be always a even. So, in short, when you multiply any number, any integer, positive integer with 2, you will get even number. See, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10. So, you will get even number. So, 2q is always a even number. See, 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 4, 2 into 5, you keep on multiplying. What you will get? 2. Here what you will get? 4. Here what you will get? 6. Here 8. Here 10. So, these 2 q's are all even. But if I say 2q plus 1, so what is this? These numbers are 2q. If you add 1, what will become? 3. So, 2q is even, but if I add 1, it will become odd. See, 4 plus 1, so it will become 5. 6 plus 1, it will become 7. 8 plus 1, it will become 9. 10 plus 1, 11. So, 2q is even, but if I add 1, it will become odd. So, you have to show that every positive even integer is of the form 2q and every positive odd integer is of the form 2q plus 1. Literally we know that 2q is even, and if we add 1 to the even number, it will become odd. But we have to prove this by using Euclid division lemma. Have you got it, friends? So what we will say solution. So what we will do here, see, we will do, let a be any positive integer. Okay. So I have supposed a as a positive integer and I will take b is equals to 2. Why, friends? See, here we have 2q and 2q plus 1. So if you compare this with, see here, 2q plus 0. So b is equals to what? 2. And here also 2q plus 1, which we will compare this with a is equals to, see here, a is equals to bq plus r. So b is equals to 2 and r is equals to 1. So if I say 2q plus 0 and 2q plus 1 in this case, so it is bq plus r. So b is equals to what? 2. So b is equals to 2. So I have suppose b is equals to 2. This is b. bq plus r. Here r is 0. bq plus r. R is 1. b is 2. So I have taken b equal to 2. So let a be any positive integer and b is equals to 2. Then according to Euclid division lemma, there exist, you know that there exist unique q and r. Such that a is equals to 2q plus r. That is bq plus r, but b is equals to 2. A is equals to bq plus r, b is equals to 2. So I have supposed here in place of b I have written 2. And here r will be greater than or equal to 0 and less than b, and b is equals to 2. So I will write 2. Now r greater than or equal to 0, less than 2 implies r is equals to 0 or r is equals to 1. Clear? Now we will suppose if r is equals to 0, then I will suppose here, see, if r is equals to 0, I will apply here. If r is equals to 0, then a is equals to 50. And if r is equals to 1, then a is equals to 2q plus 1. Clear? Now you know that if A is equals to 2q, then A is 2q means this is even number. 2q means this is even number. When you multiply any integer with 2, you will get even number. So if A is equals to 2q, then A is even number. Then A is even integer. And if A is equals to 2q plus 1, even number plus 1 odd, then A is odd number. Then A is odd integer. So we have proved that if A equal to 2q, then it is even integer. And if A is equals to 2q plus 1, then it is odd. Have you got it, friends? Nothing you have to do. See, we will do few more problems. You will get practice and you will get accustomed to this. Nothing you have to do. You look at these two numbers. 2q plus 0, 2q plus 1 means A equal to bq plus r. You remember this. A is equals to bq plus r. So B is equals to 2. So we have supposed let A be any positive integer and B is equals to 2. Then according to Euclid division lemma, there exists q and r such that A is equals to bq plus r, but B is 2. So I have supposed 2. And r is greater than or equal to 0 and less than b. B means 2. So r is greater than or equal to 0 means it will be 0, it will be 1. It will not be 2 because r is less than 2. Now you will apply this r equal to 0 here and r equal to 1 here. If r is equal to 0, then you will get 2q. And if r is equal to 1, you will get 2q plus 1. But you know that 2q is even, so A is also even. You know that 2q plus 1 is odd, so A is odd. Okay. So any positive integer A can be even or can be odd. Got it? So we have completed 1. So we have done example 1. Clear? Okay. Now we have done from textbook, we have done example 2. Clear? Now we will see example 3. Example 3. Textbook example 3. Textbook example 3. What is given that? Show that any positive odd integer, any positive odd integer, so that any positive odd integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3, where q is some integer, Clear? Where q is some integer. So we are doing textbook example 3. Okay, see. So as usual, what you will do? Solution. Let see here 4q plus 1, 4q plus 3. So A is equals to bq plus r and bq plus r. So B is equals to 4. That's all. So here suppose let A be any positive odd integer. Let A be any positive odd integer and B is equals to 4. Why? Because by looking here, see bq plus r, so then B equal to 4. Then according to Euclid division lemma, there exist unique q and r such that A is equals to bq. B is what? 4. So 4q plus r. And you know r is greater than or equal to 0 and less than b, and b is equals to 4. Now same thing, r greater than or equal to 0, less than 4 implies r is equals to 0 or r is equals to 1 or r is equals to 2 or r is equals to 3, less than 4, greater than or equal to 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Clear? Now we will not write if r is equals to 0, then a is equals to 4q. If r is equals to 1, then a is equals to 4q plus 1. If r is equals to 2, then a is equals to 4q plus 2. Okay, the problem will become longer. So directly we can write, okay. So therefore we can write implies A is equals to, what will be if r equal to 0? Then A is equals to 4q. Clear? Or A is equals to, if r equal to 1, then A is equals to 4q plus 1. Or A is equals to, if r equal to 2, then A is equals to 4q plus 2. Or A is equals to 4q plus 3. Directly I have written. See, in rest of the problem now, as we proceed further and further, okay, in latter problems, directly you will write by looking here, see, okay, let A be any positive odd integer and B is equals to 4. Then directly you will write A is equals to B is 4. So R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than 4. So R will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So directly we will write if B is equals to 4, then A is equals to 4q plus 0, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2 and 4q plus 3. 1 less. Up to 3 you will go. Why? Because R is less than 4. So R is up to 3. If B is 4, R is up to 3. So up to 3 you have to write here. 4q plus 0, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2 and 4q plus 3. So directly we will write, we will not mention this portion. Okay, that we will discuss that. Now what is given? A is odd integer. A is odd integer. What do you mean by 4q? When you multiply any integer with 4, you will get even number. And when you add 2 to that even number, it will be further even. So these two are even and these two are odd. Clear or not? When you multiply any integer with 4, you will get even number. And to that even, if you add 2, it will be even. So these two are even and these two are odd. So it is of the form 4q plus 1 and it is of the form 4q plus 3. Have you got it or not? So therefore we can say A is equals to 4q plus 1 or A is equals to 4q plus 3, because you can say A is odd integer. A is odd integer and A is not equal to 4q, okay, and A is not equal to 4q plus 2. A is odd integer and these two are even. These two are even. Read our question. What is given? Okay, show that any positive odd integer, it is mentioned here, odd integer. So these two are odd. These two are even. So A cannot be 4q and A cannot be 4q plus 2. So A is not equal to 4q and A is not equal to 4q plus 2 because A is odd integer. So therefore A is equals to this. So hence we can say, hence any odd integer, odd positive integer is of the form 4q plus 1 or 4q plus 3. Have you got it, friends? Clear or not? See, one more problem if you want to do, we can do here. See, same based on this. See what it is given. Last problem. This is, see, textbook question number 2. Textbook exercise 1.1 question number 2. Clear? See what is given here. Show that any odd positive integer, same problem. Show that any odd positive integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5 for some integer q. So any odd positive integer is of the form this. So looking at this, bq plus r. So solution, what we will do, see here. Now solution. What you will do? Let A be any odd positive integer. And what will be B now? And let B is equals to, see, look at this, BQ plus R. So B is equals to 6. Clear? So then according to Euclid division lemma, there exist unique Q and R. Such that A is equals to BQ. B is 6Q plus R and R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B. B is 6. Now R greater than or equal to 0 and less than 6 implies R is equals to it is greater than or equal to 0. So R is 0 or R is equals to 1 or R is equals to 2 or R is equals to 3 or R is equals to 4 or R is equals to 5. R is not equal to 6. Why? Because R is less than 6. Clear? So I told you no need of doing Q. Directly you can say okay, B is equals to 6. Then A is equals to how much we can write? Okay, so implies A is equals to. So the A is equals to 6Q plus R. R is 0. So A is equals to 6Q. Clear? Or A is equals to R equal to 1. So 6Q plus 1 or 6Q plus 2 or 6Q plus 3 or 6Q plus 4 or 6Q plus 5. See, one thing you have to remember, beta, if it is 6, at last you will get 5, 1 less, everywhere. In the previous case you see, in previous case, here you see, R is equals to what? R is equals to 4. So, A is equals to what you will get at last? What you will get? 4Q plus 3. Clear? If it is 4, you will get 3. If it is 6, you will get 5. Okay? So, here it is 6, so at last you will get 5. So, A is in this form. Now we have to show that any odd positive integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. Now 6q, you know that if you multiply any integer with 6, you will get even number. And if you add 2, this is also an even number. And again if you add 4, this is even. Already you add 4, so again it will be even. So all these are even. So therefore we can say A is equals to 6q plus 1, A is equals to 6q plus 3, or A is equals to 6q plus 5. Reason because A is odd integer. A is odd integer. So therefore A is not equal to 6q. Why? Because it is even. And A is not equal to 6q plus 2 because it is even. And A is not equal to 6q plus 4. Clear? A is odd integer. Here we are supposed, see here, let A be any odd positive integer. So our A is odd. Here it is given, show that any odd positive integer. And that we have supposed as A. So A is odd. But here A equal to 6q means this is what? Even. So A is also even. But A is odd. So we cannot consider this. So A is not equal to 6q. A is not equal to 6q plus 2 because this is also even. A is not equal to 6q plus 4 because this is also even. So A will be this. Hence, you can say here any odd positive integer. So, any odd positive integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5. See, these are odd. You take q equal to 1, come on. Q equal to 1. So, 6 into 1, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. You take q equal to 2, come on. 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 3, 15. So this is odd. You take q equal to 2. 6 into 2, 12, 12 plus 5, 17. So this is odd. And all this will be even. See, q equal to 1. So 1 into 6, 6. So that is even. You take 2. 6 into 2, 12. So 12 is even. Clear? So have you got it? Moral of the story is that, see, now in remaining problem, see, if it is given B is equals to 6, see, if it is given B, see, in remaining problem, now directly we will say, if it is given B is equals to 4, then A will be how much? B is 4, so A will be, you know that A is equals to 4q plus R, 4q plus R, B, A is equals to BQ plus R, so B is equals to 4, so 4q plus 0, up to where you will go? 4q plus 0, 4q plus 1, 4q plus 2, 4q plus 3. This 4 no, 1 less. Clear? Now see, same thing here also, see. B is equals to 6. So A is equals to BQ plus R. So 6q plus R. 6q plus R. But B is equals to 6. So remainder will be less than 6. So you will go up to what extent? A is equals to 6q plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and plus 5. Here it is 6. So 1 less. Clear? I hope you enjoyed this. Now remaining, if I say, see now, if I say B is equals to 5, then A is equals to, how you will write? BQ plus R. BQ plus R. So 5q plus 0, 5q plus 1, 5q plus 2, 5 cube plus 3, 5 cube plus 4, 1 less, up to that you have to reach. If I say b is equals to 7, then a is equals to bq plus r, bq plus r, bq, the 7q plus r, first 0. What we will do? 7q plus 1, 7q plus 2, 7q plus 3, 7q plus 4, 7q plus 5, 7q plus 6, 1 less, 1 less. Why? Because if b is 7, then r is greater than or equal to 7, less than b, so 7, less than 7, so up to 6 you have to reach. This is r. So if it is 7, you will reach up to 6. If it is 5, you will reach up to 4. Okay? I hope you enjoyed this. So please go through this. In next lecture, we will do few advanced problems, some extra problems. So it is necessary that this chapter is very, very critical. So whatever we do, you have to complete on the same day. Clear? Thank you very much.